I want to show you something that blew my mind. 11 years ago today, Obama walked out and gave this speech.
Today, our immigration system is broken, and everybody knows it. Families who enter our country the right way and play by the rules watch others flout the rules.
If you were just to see these words written out and you were to quote it to Trump, people would believe it.
Business owners who offer their workers good wages and benefits see the competition exploit undocumented immigrants by paying them far less. All of us take offense to anyone who reaps the rewards of living in America without taking on the responsibilities of living in America.
I bet if you were to walk up to most liberals today and deliver these quotes, they would claim you're too conservative. Tell them, well, actually, Obama said this. Watch their response.
It's been this way for decades. And for decades, we haven't done much about it.
So he is admitting that this problem has compounded over years, 11 years ago.
Today, we have more agents and technology deployed to secure our southern border than at any time in our history. And over the past 6 years, illegal border crossings have been cut by more than half. Although this summer there was a brief spike in unaccompanied children being apprehended at our border.
So you're telling me kids with no adults are coming across the border? Like they're just finding kids coming across the border? That's just mind-blowing to me.
The number of such children is now actually lower than it's been in nearly 2 years.
To be fair, 2 years is not very long, but okay.
We'll take steps to deal responsibly with the millions of undocumented immigrants who already live in our country.
And that is the predicament. That is the biggest challenge. What does that mean to deal with them responsibly? How is he going to address that?
I want to say more about this third issue because it generates the most passion and controversy. Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous.
What does accountability look like? And it's important to note he was taking executive actions here, similar to executive actions Trump is taking.
There are actions I have the legal authority to take as president, the same kinds of actions taken by Democratic and Republican presidents before me.
Just as people were like, wait, Trump doesn't have that power, people were saying that about Obama. And he's saying, there's a problem, I do have the power.
Tonight, I'm announcing those actions.
And yet, when Trump takes executive actions to address the same problem, people are literally comparing him to Hitler.
First, we'll build on our progress at the border with additional resources for our law enforcement personnel so that they can stem the flow of illegal crossings and speed the return of those who do cross over.
Okay, so we are going to return people that cross over illegally.
Deportations of criminals are up 80%.
You could dispute that the numbers are actually as high as he's saying, but he's saying, yep, the numbers are at 80% and we're going to keep them going up.
And that's why we're going to keep focusing enforcement resources on actual threats to our security.
I think everyone would agree with that. I don't think you're going to have any dispute there. Well, actually, there are people that claim no one should be deported. We just looked at an example with Crowder.
You wouldn't even deport people who've come here illegally, that's a crime, and are committing extra crimes while here. You wouldn't deport those people?
No, I don't think I would, actually.
We'll prioritize, just like law enforcement does every day.
So when Obama says this, it's like, oh, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Felons, not families. Criminals, not children. Gang members.
Bearskin is running their biggest deal of the year. It's 60% off for this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. This hoodie is built like a tank. 340 GSM microfleece, 10 pockets with a clean, rugged fit that looks awesome. It zips right into the heavy storm rain jacket to become 100% waterproof when you need it. So when it turns cold, wet, and windy, you're not scrambling last minute. You'll get free US shipping, fast delivery, and you've locked in your winter gear already. It's a win-win. Do yourself a favor, text the word Warren to 36912 to lock in your 60% off. Again, text Warren to 36912. You'll get a link sent straight to your phone so you can check it out later if you're busy right now. When you buy Bearskin, you are supporting the Fallen Outdoors and the Hope for the Warriors Veterans programs. So you're not just buying cool gear, but you're also backing a cause that's important. Don't wait till you're freezing to realize your hoodie sucks. Get a Bearskin now while it's 60% off.
Millions of immigrants in every state, of every race and nationality, still live here illegally. And let's be honest, tracking down, rounding up, and deporting millions of people isn't realistic.
This is where he diverges with Trump. He doesn't think it's possible to do what ICE is doing today.
Anyone who suggests otherwise isn't being straight with you.
He's also going to make a moral argument against that, though.
It's also not who we are as Americans. After all, most of these immigrants have been here a long time.
But it's interesting that he thinks it's not possible logistically. A new president comes along and says, well, we actually can do that thing and we're going to do it. But people are like, but we don't like you doing that thing. Those are two different things.
Now, here's the thing. We expect people who live in this country to play by the rules.
That seems logical.
We expect that those who cut the line will not be unfairly rewarded. So we're going to offer the following deal. If you've been in America for more than 5 years,
Isn't this incentivizing people? You just have to come in illegally early enough so that you can be here illegally 5 years. Then you can get our agreement, our deal offer.
we expect that those who cut the line will not be unfairly rewarded.
Those who were not here for 5 years were not even able to take this offer.
If you have children who are American citizens or legal residents, if you register, pass a criminal background check, and you're willing to pay your fair share of taxes, you'll be able to apply to stay in this country temporarily without fear of deportation.
Okay, so logically, if you don't pay your fair share in taxes, you would be open to deportation.
You can come out of the shadows and get right with the law.
So what does that mean? Are you going to deport everyone who was here under 5 years? He doesn't address that.
This deal does not apply to anyone who has come to this country recently. It does not apply to anyone who might come to America illegally in the future.
The big question is what happens to those people that do come here illegally in the future, according to your logic?
It does not grant citizenship or the right to stay here permanently or offer the same benefits that citizens receive. What I'm describing is accountability, a common sense middle ground approach. If you meet the criteria, you can come out of the shadows and get right with the law. If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up.
Okay, so according to him, if you come into the country illegally, you would be sent back.
Don't let a disagreement over a single issue be a deal breaker on every issue. And Congress certainly shouldn't shut down our government again just because we disagree on this.
Wow, these words are ironic. 11 years later.
I know some worry immigration will change the very fabric of who we are, or take our jobs, or stick it to middle-class families at a time when they already feel like they've gotten the raw deal for over a decade.
It's interesting to see how that played out. You got that right.
And I believe it's important that all of us have this debate without impugning each other's character.
And I agree with that. You should be able to have this debate. It's okay to have concerns around this topic. It doesn't make you an evil person or a fascist.
Are we a nation that educates the world's best and brightest in our universities only to send them home to create businesses in countries that compete against us?
Unfortunately, that is a pattern that has been occurring. Yes. What is the solution, Obama?
Or are we a nation that encourages them to stay and create jobs here, create businesses here, create industries right here in America?
You're kind of contradicting what you just said about concerns of the middle class being impacted by immigration.
I'll make it easier and faster for high-skilled immigrants, graduates, and entrepreneurs to stay and contribute to our economy, as so many business leaders have proposed.
This goes to the debate around H-1B visas that has split the Republicans, because there are fair concerns around that. How would that work exactly? If you go to college in America, what does it mean to stay? Can that system be abused? These are all questions people are asking today for good reason.